Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are working on our economy and things are definitely starting to improve. However, we apparently have a plague right next to us over here. We might want to think about doing something about that. We could isolate our capital, and I'm going to do that. Fantastic. So that immediately gets 46 plague resistance. And we could enter seclusion here as well, but I don't think that that is, strictly speaking, necessary. I think we're okay for the time being. So, fingers crossed, but we don't want this Lobian sweats to, kill us off or anything. That would be bad. So we're currently building a castle out over here. We want to get all of our holding slots constructed. That is the most important thing right now. We do get a new stewardship perk, and we're going to reduce our men-at-arms maintenance per dread. So that might not actually do anything. I'm not sure what our dread is actually at. Oh, the sword's song was destroyed. Yeah, we just don't have the cash to repair these things. That's just all there is to it. I would much, much, much rather have those get destroyed and we have to rebuild our inventory than fall behind on our economy. So this is far more important. Absolutely. We've already built up all of our city holdings, so that is absolutely fantastic. We are just going to need to make sure that those building slots get filled up. It's also a dangerous faction here. Is this a real faction? Maybe. This guy doesn't have a lot of reason to stay in this. Okay. So this guy is 1602. That's reasonably fine. He's unmarried. And we have a daughter. Okay, so that's no problem whatsoever. Fantastic. So he exits that faction. This faction is now too weak to send an ultimatum, but only just. So the King of Songhai is also potentially a problem. Do you have a daughter, by any chance? No, he does not. He only has sons. Well, that's mildly awkward. There is this sister here, but she's a hostage. Not a lot we can do about this guy. Okay. Well, what about this guy? Once again, only a son. Okay. Well, we could definitely use some additional children here. We do have a series of daughters here. That is a bit of a problem. This independence faction is likely going to recur. This guy has 262 reasons, 216. This guy only has 35 reasons to be in this faction. And he does have a daughter. Not that we can do much with that. We don't have a son. So maybe we should simply sway him. And see if we can get him to exit that faction. That would be a useful thing. For now, this is the best we can do. Our nephew and vassal, yes, I accept that. That is absolutely fine. So for the time being, we are attempting to build castles. Castles are going to help our vassal situation a lot because they're going to give us access to a lot more levy troops, which is going to increase our on-paper value, right? Or rather, our on-paper power. So that would be absolutely great. Now, this hamlet is about to finish. That's fine. This faction is here. This is expected. We absolutely are not surprised by that, but we have a plan for dealing with it, hopefully. Hopefully. So, lively livestock, absolutely. We could get a cattle herd or a large cattle herd. That'll boost up our development growth in Kong, or we could get 275 gold, but we would gain 25 stress because we're compassionate. I'm going to do this. I want the gold. The gold is far more valuable to us right now. I'm going to immediately begin constructing a castle here. We also need a castle over here. We're lacking 130 gold for that. And this is going to be a castle here. We are not going to have a castle here. So we're lacking 2 constructions at this point. Okay. That's looking really solid, to be honest. We just inherited a duchy, as well as a little bit of gold, I think. This was a duchy of Lobi up over here. I don't want to hold this, and this army is in retreat. Okay, we're going to grant these out. That is fine. I don't actually want to hold that. And we probably have too many held duchies. Yes, we do. So this needs to be granted over to you. So the Duchy of Lobi. Excellent. There we go. No problem whatsoever there. As soon as these guys are done... Ooh, 55 gold. As soon as these guys are done retreating all the way down to here, we'll disband them. We're currently paying to have them raised up, although it's not very much that we're paying to have them raised up. But that is definitely a thing that is happening, and we would prefer not to be paying for them. Thank you very much. So we're going to disband that. There we go. And that faction is gone. That's a good sign. We need to get our castle holding building here. Looks good. Over in Worodugu, we are currently at 10 development. Okay. Over in Kong, we're at 22. That is currently not growing at all, and that's not surprising. Excellent. So everything is going reasonably well at this time. We have a lot of power on the table that is going to come in shortly. We've been doing some extraordinarily heavy investment here, and we are going to definitely see the payoff of that very soon. So I want to go through these here. This city holding is building, yeah. So I'm just checking through these and seeing what their building slot situation is. And that's absolutely fine for the moment. So I just finished constructing a horse pen over here in Boron. Do we have anything else that can boost that? Can we build... We could build blacksmiths here. The main problem here is we can't build... what's it called? I think up in La Raba we would be able to build this. We might need to switch these around. Stables, blacksmiths, no. Is it potentially up over here? I can't remember what the name of the building is, but it is... Our culture might not be able to build it, actually. Just blacksmiths up over there. Okay. Desert agriculture here, but it's grazing grounds, I think, if I recall correctly. I'm just checking to see if we can build that in any of our locations. It's based on the terrain that you're in. So I think we might never be able to build that. So that's fine. That means that this is okay to be on horse pen. We would want this to be blacksmith, though, instead of being hound pens. So I'm going to get going on that. It's going to be a little expensive to get that done, but I'm not too concerned about it. We just need to complete this barony, right? And so that'll be absolutely fine. So with that under control, our court grandeur level has decreased, which is, you know, sad. But for the moment, this is reasonably okay. We just need to let some of these city holdings up here finish. 50 days left here. So we're going to need gold for that. That's fine. That's absolutely okay. We've got the gold right now. This is going to be a city, so we want to put in a guild here. 10 days left. Okay. So we're going to instantly begin construction of a guild there. Now, 6 months left over here. That's a fair amount of time, so that is absolutely fine. That is going to be our final holding that we need to put in, or rather, our final building slot that we need to put in as like a super high priority because we want to have a specific building in that slot. So that'll be okay. This way is continuing to work, but we don't need to continue that way. So that'll be fine. Have we unisolated our capital? Yeah, we must have. It automatically does that, so that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. Checking in on when these are going to be finished. 3 years, 4 years, and 4 years. Okay. So that looks solid. This is going to be done in 35 days. We've got the gold for it. And we can demand this artifact, or this guy is demanding our artifact. We can also grab at any cost, which will allow us to convert prestige into gold, which is absolutely great. We want to sell trivial titles, and we'll draw up writs of honor. Excellent. So, a true and loyal vassal, 290 gold. Excellent. So we just got a lot of gold out of that, and that's phenomenal. We can use that gold to immediately begin constructing this castle holding. 10 days left on this city construction. Immediately beginning work on guilds. Perfect. Okay, so at this point, that is the larger side of our investments done. I do want to switch this over. This guy's trying to get us to promote Blessed by the Angels, and he's willing to pay us 145 gold for it. How close are we to getting a new building slot? 7 years. Okay. I accept this. I want the gold. So we're going to need a lot of gold, and we need to build that up within about 7 years. So that'll be fine. No major problem there. Can we stop promoting that right away? So we're currently promoting this 3.51 gold per month. We just stopped promoting, and we just got the gold. Oh. Okay. Got it. Good thing that Paradox saw that one coming. Yeah, you can have the gold back. In fact, we gave him back more than he gave us, I'm pretty sure there. So that is noted that that happens. So if we want to promote a legend of our own, then that's fine. But it also costs us money. We need to keep that in mind. So now that we know that that's how that works, we can do that. Reduced troop levy would be +1 development growth per month. Honestly, for 10 years. I think that's probably fine. Do it. Yes, show this guy in and serve us well. Fantastic. So that'll be absolutely wonderful. What we need now is to get this changed over from hamlets. So that is going to be replaced with something that is going to boost up our heavy infantry, right? So that's going to be probably barracks. Yes, we're going to get that going. But up over here, I want to replace this camp cook with something that will make us money, like desert agriculture. That'll be absolutely fine for the time being. We're going to put that in because these guys are going to get transferred over here as soon as that's done. These are going to be fully economy-focused structures up this way. So that'll be good. Okay, our player heir became Midas touched. That's very, very solid. I like it. And she's also of age, which is kind of remarkable. At this point, unless we have a male child, which could happen, we're not going to have a regency. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. It might. We are going to be finishing up these castle constructions eventually, but we don't need to build any additional holding structures. So that is really, really good. We're going to put this guy in as our chancellor. That'll be fine. And we could start thinking about expansion again very soon. I'm not sure that we really want to do that, though. We probably would rather put our money into expanding out our men-at-arms. So that would mean bumping this up to size 5 for right now, bumping this up to size 5. And we're going to need to get our accolades set up correctly for this setup of men-at-arms, because we don't have the correct accolades right now. That is for sure. But I'm absolutely okay with bringing these up to our current maximum size. Bloomeries constructing in Boron. That'll be good for our cavalry down there. We're going to want to get this upgraded, and that'll be 164 gold. Okay, we should probably start saving up for that. So this is currently having pikemen here, and that spearmen and spearmen, so that's good. No problem whatsoever there. This is all... Yep, this is all okay up over here. Checking in here, this is heavy infantry. We have tower houses and hamlets. So here we're definitely going to want to put in barracks to boost up heavy infantry. We'll get going on that one. Yes. Okay, thank you for bringing this to our attention. So that is fine. We are, of course, going to be losing out on that 0.8 income per month over there, but we're going to be getting that from other sources as our investments begin to pay off. So that will be absolutely fine. Our income is going to be holding relatively even for a little bit here, but we're getting a lot more powerful, even if it's not necessarily on paper. Now, this guy's a bit of a problem. Do we have another daughter? We have a cousin. A cousin isn't close enough, though. Okay. That is sad. For the time being, it's not actually a problem. Okay. So that sounds good. We're definitely going to want to upgrade our bellows here as soon as we can. That is currently a few months out, so that's fine. We can create an accolade, and we probably do want to do that. So, what accolades are we going to want? Well, first things first, I absolutely want to have an accolade for our armored footmen. So let's take a look at what we can do here. This guy would be an archer, idealist, or skirmisher. No, thank you. I believe what we want is none of those. Reeve, Master of Revels, Politiker, Huntsmaster, Manipulator, Disciplinarian, which is okay, and Scoundrel. But I don't want any of those. I want someone who's going to be a heavy infantry. And I'm not sure we have that right now. So, Reeve is not the goal here. Scoundrel is not the goal. Yeah. I don't think any of these are. That is very sad that we don't have a heavy infantry guy right now. So, to that end, we're probably going to need to restore our spearman guy. This is an archer. I mean, it wouldn't be great, would it? No, it would not. Well, we've got some inactive accolades here right now. We could definitely restore the most expert of the Mel Spears. The Scorpion of Kong North is Valiant, which is good. That gives us 20% army damage, right? So Valiant overall is really, really strong. So this one's okay. The Truest Son of Mali, this guy is a mentor, and that is number of knights, with the secondary attribute being stalwart. Army toughness. I mean, that's good, but I would rather that be a primary attribute, so I'm going to get rid of that one. We'll keep the most expert of the Mel Spears around. The Scorpion of Kong North I'm going to keep around as well, but we can only have 2 accolades right now. So that's not ideal. We're going to have to tick forward and check back on that later. We'll see how that ends up going. For the time being, it's probably reasonable. Okay, so we've got 7 months on this castle construction. This is where these archers are going to be stationed. So this is going to be done in 5 months. That's fine. Over here in Boron, we want to upgrade our bellows. We only need 1 gold for that. So let's get going on that one. There we go. And when can we extort our subjects next? Oh, 290 gold. Ugh, okay. When can we extort our subjects next? That is going to be September of this month. Okay. Yeah, we'll lose 13 stress here. That seems fine. And what is this dangerous faction? So this is the Liberty faction. Yeah, so this guy is the primary issue here. We definitely could use... Actually, we do have this half-sister here. Let's invite her to court. She comes to our court, and now I want to come into this Liberty faction. I want this guy. So we can arrange a marriage here with our half-sister. He would not accept this due to the age difference, probably. Yeah, it'll have low fertility and age considerations. So we're going to have to shop around for a different marriage for that, perhaps in this Independence faction. Something over here? He wouldn't accept that for similar reasons. What if we arrange the marriage directly with him? He would accept that. Okay, beautiful. So that'll be fine. Now, we are in debt, so we did just receive a lackluster administration. We are going to need to do something about that, so we'll head on down to Boron and begin working on that one. We get a stewardship perk. We're going to take Avaricious, and that is going to bring us up to 35.4 monthly income. It's not as high as I would like, for sure, but it'll have to do. So this castle is about to finish construction. And this one is going to need to be upgraded, but we need a lot of gold at this point. We can extort our subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Don't worry. We'll have everyone pay. Oh, that now costs legitimacy. Interesting. We don't want to do that then. We'll consider it an extra little test of loyalty. So we're just going to get 500 gold out of it. I don't want to spend legitimacy on that. So we're going to get trading post building here. And then over in Kong, we're going to want to immediately build something that will help archers, specifically archers, which is going to be militia camps. So we'll get that going. Then I want to re-station these from Banifing over to Kong. Fantastic. So that'll be good. And we still do have our onagers stationed down here. That's okay. I'm not too concerned about that one. We could move the onagers to be stationed, like, here. later on, but I'm not sure how necessary that really is. So we're going to get those constructions going. I want to make sure that these are all level 2 structures. Okay, that's not going to be, but it is currently. So here in Kong, this is currently being swapped over to a wooden barracks. That's going to need to be leveled up to a level 2 building. That's reasonably fine. That's going to be done in 15 months. So no major concerns there. Now we are building one more castle than we can hold, but we can grant these out, these barony castles, without any issue. So that is really, really great. We are living healthy, which will be good. No doubt about that. And we can upgrade this to a level 2 structure. That will eventually be worthwhile. This can go to level 2 as well. This can as well. Okay. I'm just checking the level in each of these holdings. There are a number out over here that can go to a level 2. Yeah, there's a number of these guilds. So that's definitely something we can work on. Checking in on Worodugu, we're currently growing at 2.8 monthly. Not bad. So we're at 12 development there, 22 development here. It's not going up, but it's not going down either. Why would we need their help when we have serfs? I don't want to pay gold. We absolutely do not want to pay gold right now. Gold is our most valuable resource by far. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. Just plug the hole in the floor. I don't want to pay gold. Spend 14 court grandeur. Okay, this would lose us 26 stress. I guess that's okay. Cool. So that is absolutely fine for the moment. We are going to need to continue to upgrade these guilds. The guilds do generate us money, so that is definitely a thing that is worthwhile to do. We have all of our holdings completed at this point. Sure, show in this Empress. Excellent. And how are we doing on Ledger? The answer is we're doing okay. We're about 5 years away. Noted. So this mott has been constructed, and we want to immediately begin working on something here, right? What do we want to put in? Well, I kind of want to just optimize for levies here. Levy reinforcement rate. This holding station men-at-arms damage. So, yeah, we don't have any way to really increase our siege weapons at this time. This is where I'd want to put the siege weapons, but I think that we should optimize this for levies. That basically means building a barracks here. So we'll get going on that, and I want to get this regiment of men-at-arms moved over. It doesn't matter where it goes, but I want to have our men-at-arms stationed in our capital duchy. So that'll do for now. We're actually at 9 of 11, so we can actually hold both of these incoming baronies. I like it. So this one is going to be done in 40 days. We're going to do the same thing here, optimizing this for troop count. So that'll be fine. We're going to get some taxes from it, but this is mostly about making ourselves more powerful on paper. So that'll be absolutely great. We're going to go for a barracks here. Because we've got these dangerous factions, right? We need to make them realize we're stronger than they think we are. That is absolutely something that needs to happen. Do we have another unmarried sibling? Let's see here. That's a negative. Okay. So that is noted. And the question is, what do we want to do about this Liberty faction? Well, honestly, I don't think there's all that much that we need to do about it. The bellows have been constructed in Boron, so that is good. And we're going to be finishing up our farms and fields here very quickly, or rather, barns and storehouses is what's being constructed here. It's going to level 3. Hang on. Why is this going to level 3? I was under the impression we were changing this over to... Is it actually? I'm pretty sure we were changing this. Yeah. Wooden barracks. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's going to cost 250 gold to get that upgrading. That's fine. We're going to want to have that done soon enough. We do need a new marshal. That will be this guy. And he's still working in Boron, but he'll be done with that very, very soon. So that looks good. We need 250 gold. Now we just got a bunch. Where did we just get this from? Did we inherit something? I don't know. We just got like 200 gold. I mean, I'm not going to complain. We'll get that barracks going. That seems good. We can definitely demand some payments, and we are going to do that. So every single one of these we want to demand payments for. Perfect. And that's going to get us additional gold. I want to come in over here and get this upgrading to level 2. Perfect. And any of these guild halls we want to get upgraded as well. We want everything to be maxed out right now. But over here in Kong, I see. Our wife died. That was our wife who was getting us our stewardship. So we need a new one. Skill 24, Highborn. I like it. Let's go. So we're going to make her a primary spouse. Puts us at 10 of 10. Okay, so she's not quite as good as the last wife. Noted. Not a lot to be done about that. We'll just have to not hold this barony directly. That's not a huge problem. Baronies can be granted and revoked at will, so I'm not concerned about that one. Should be absolutely fine. We can definitely see our troop count getting better, although we need to still work on optimizing our men-at-arms. We're very close to being set up for feudalism at this time. It's been quite a journey, no doubt about it. We've been working on this one for a while, but we are going to get there, I think, next episode. No problem whatsoever here. We're very, very close. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.